According to Newton's law, there is a force of attraction between the two objects which is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. This is explained with the help of Kepler's law. Let's see how it is being explained with the help of Kepler's law. Here, uniform circular motion or magnitude of centripetal force. Now just imagine an object moving in a circular motion with a constant speed acted upon by a force which is directed toward the center. Now such type of force is called as centripetal force, which is center seeking. Now this is compared with the condition of an object. So for example, planet revolving around the sun. So planet is revolving in a circular path, orbit or circular path. So there is a force of attraction developed between the earth and the sun and the earth. Now this force is nothing but a centripetal force. So here the planet is revolving around the sun in a circular motion. It is uniform circular motion. Then centripetal force acting on a planet towards sun is given by F equals to mv square upon r, where m implies mass of the planets, v implies speed, r implies distance between sun, and t is the speed of planet in terms of period of revolution. Distance traveled by planet equals to perimeter of orbit, which is nothing but 2 pi r. V equals to distance traveled upon time taken, which is nothing but 2 pi r upon t. F equals to mv square upon r equals to m. Now instead of v, we can take it as 2 pi r upon t. You can see here 2 pi r upon t. So here instead of v, I have taken 2 pi r upon t. After opening the brackets, I get the term as 4m pi square r upon t square. Therefore, F equals to 4m pi square upon r square into r cube upon t square. How is this possible? Here only r is there and here r square and r cube is there. This is possible by multiplying and dividing by r square. Thus we get this term. So here reason is written there. Now according to Kepler's third law, we have already studied that t square upon r cube equals to k. So now here t square upon r cube is there, that we can, instead of this we can write it as k. So how we will get the term? What will get the term as? F equals to 4m pi square upon r square k. So k is nothing but u square upon r cube. Now here common term is constant term is there, 4m pi and k. These value is never going to be changed except r, and therefore all these are called as constant. So here f is direct inversely proportional to 1 upon r square, where 4m pi square upon k is constant. This force is much weaker than the force which is occurring in nature, but it controls the whole universe. Now consider two objects. I have painted with red and green in color. Now between these two objects, the force of attraction is developed, but they do not come towards each other. Why? Because since these objects lie on the table, there is a friction created between the object and the table, and this force of friction is much more greater than the force of attraction, and therefore they do not attract with each other. Now if I remove this force of friction, imagine that object to be in a frictionless condition. then too the objects will attract each other, but with a very, very, very slow speed, and thus it is difficult that the two objects will come very near to each other, though force of gravity, that is universal gravitational constant, is acting on each and every object. Here there is a force of attraction between the two objects, but they do not attract as a force of friction. Force of friction is between object and the table is more than the force of attraction. Even if the object is frictionless, the velocity with which the two body attracts will be very less. Now, that was about this force of a universal gravitational constant. Now, the force is there which is acting between moon and the earth, and its application, or its, you can say, the effect is seen in the sea. We know that in a sea there is a high tide and low tide. Twice in a day, high tide and low tide occurs. But what is the reason behind this high tide? That is nothing but the gravitational constant which is there between the moon and the earth. You can see, imagine this is circle to be a diagram of earth and this circle to be a diagram of moon. Here one region I have shown here, high tide. This is the region of sea where high tide is observed. If here is the high tide, 90 degree to its, that is up and down, both will be a low tide. So now this high tide, how it occurs? Because of the phase of the moon attracts the water in the sea, as a result of which the level of the sea increases. That leads to high tide. Where there is no attraction of water in the sea, the level of water is minimum, and that is called as low tide. The level of water in the sea changes because of the gravitational force exerted by the moon. Water is pulled towards the moon, causing high tide. At that place, at two places in the earth at 90 degree, the level of water is minimum and low tide occurs. Thank you. That's all for today. Have a great day.